Are we going through a housing market crash? Yes. I believe we're going to have a housing market crash. I don't believe it's going to happen in 4 days or 5 days. In fact, when the other crash happened, I didn't realize I went through a crash until a year later. There's many stages of a market crash and a housing market crash. It goes very slowly and it turn by turn by turn. And all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what just happened? In this video, we're going to talk about how to survive a housing market crash. I had a subscriber, the president of my fan club, Eddie, asked me to make this video. It's a good topic. It's a hard topic. I'm going to take it from the point of view that you're not a super wealthy person that has 2 years in reserve, is close to living paycheck to paycheck. And if something did happen, it would be catastrophic and there would be issues rather fast. That's the person I'm talking to right now. What you have to realize, and what I realized that I never knew, and maybe you know this, but I did not know this, banks are not there to help you. If you are honest with them, they don't care until you stop making payments. If you continue to make your payments, they won't help you. But when you stop making your payments, they'll help you. I found that to be completely odd. Back in the day, I saw what was coming. I went to them and said, I need help. And no one would help me until I stopped paying them. Remember that they will not help you until you stop paying them. There's a lot of propaganda out there. There's a lot of negativity. You need to look at your financial picture. How are you structured? Is your credit score bad? Is it good? If your credit score is bad, there's an easy fix for it. Get that fix. If you need to make moves by opening up lines of credit or little lines of credit, you can have a bad credit score and still get a line of credit where you have $4,000 or $2,000. $2,000 and $4,000 might not seem like a lot of money until you need it. There are companies such as Republic Bank that you can have a line of credit there, and I feel comfortable with them that they wouldn't take it back, because a lot of times if you have a line of credit and credit gets tight, they'll yank your line of credit. Republic Bank is a risk lender. They lend to riskier borrowers. I think you'd be safe if you opened up a line of credit with Republic Bank as an example. Also, what I want you to keep in mind, the Biden administration and FHA and Fannie Mae, they came up with a 40-year amortization when you need to default on your mortgage. I believe they think it's going to crash too. When you are late on your mortgage and you're going to default, they can then restructure your loan for 40 years. That's available. If you hear the word short sale, please at least talk to me and give us a chance to work with you. We can make it so you don't have to do a short sale. If you do a short sale, what that means is, let's say you have a buyer, an agent will bring a buyer and they're willing to pay $40,000 less than you owe. The bank says, okay, we'll accept that. Great. You close on the house is gone. The bank gave $40,000 off. You now owe that on your taxes because that's income to you. Even though you didn't receive income, you got a $40,000 credit to you on your mortgage. So it's now income. You will owe that on your taxes. Please, please, please. If you hear the word short sale, that means you're underwater, you owe more than the home is worth. Give us a call. I'll put the number down below. We'll be more than happy to see if we can work with you so you do not have to do that. And just remember that you have that 40-year AM and the banks will not talk to you until you're late. You need to look at your financial picture. Is your credit score good or bad? Can you fix that in a short order? You need to be above 640, 660, 680. Can you do that in 30 to 60 days? Right now, the crash hasn't happened yet. You have some time to make some moves here, but really honest look of where you are financially. Don't play games with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. How much do you have in savings? How much do you have at the bank? In your industry, how is your industry doing? If you're in the mortgage industry right now or real estate industry, I would say you might get laid off. Are you in the tech industry? What is your job security right now? Look at that. What I would do as well, there was a big internet breach in Georgia the other day. Everyone needs to keep a paper copy of their phone numbers, their bank accounts. We're so plugged in and dialed in. What happens if you wake up and there's no internet? Keep a paper copy. Keep cash in your house or in a safe, somewhere you can get to it. If there's no internet, there's no banking, there's no debit card, just say that's gone. You need to have cash somewhere that you can get a hold of if credit facilities are down. So I always make sure that I've got a paper copy of all my numbers. It's not the same anymore. You don't remember phone numbers. Before I used to know every phone number. Now I don't even think about them because I know I've got my phone. Keep a backup, and you have to have a printed backup. Same with your credit card, same with your passwords. You need a hard copy of your data. Once a month, download everything and keep a paper copy. Make sure you have cash. If there's a bank run on all the banks, even though you have where you're FDIC insured, you don't want to go through that. You don't want to wait. Money's every day. You want money. Make sure you have a stash somewhere where you can get a hold of it. Other thing that I would do, if you own a home, right now, there's still room for the prices to plummet more. Like I was saying in a different video, Austin, Texas, sure, they've gone down 15%. Well, they went up 80. I'm just being dramatic. It was pretty much like that. The housing market went through the roof. So even though home prices have gone down, even if they've gone down 40%, you probably still have equity in your home. Might be a good time to look at taking a line of credit. If you're being tight, lost your job, you might want to open a small line of credit, because what you don't want to do is if the market goes down, you don't want to owe more than the home's worth. Now, if you're going to live there the next 10, 15, 20 years, you can wait for the market to go back up and owe more than the home's worth, I guess. I always like to be a little bit conservative. Get a line of credit open, take some of the cash out, and put 3 to 6 months of your living expenses to the side. I'm not saying take your home equity line up to the value of the home. I mean, don't do anything crazy like that. Having another 5, 10 grand sitting around the house, I'm sure that would help everyone. Look at those options. It all starts with your credit. If your credit's bad, and what I would suggest, because I do believe there's going to be a real estate crash, and this is time to make the decisions and get it done. If you don't have great credit, get an authorized user account that will take your score up right away. Authorized user accounts, I have a video and I'll attach it as an end screen to this video. You can watch what an authorized user account is, and I'll leave a link below to the company that I utilize. And that should raise your score up. I mean, it raised mine up 80 points. I don't know your personal score and what you have out as far as credit cards. If you get that score up, it goes up, right away. It goes up in 3 weeks when they post the card. Then I would go get the line of credit. You want access to cash. Credit is already tightening. We've already had banks go under. Silicon Valley Bank, there's banks going under, and there's more banks that are going to go under because of the commercial real estate debacle that hasn't even started yet. There's over $1 trillion in debt that's coming due in the next 24 months. That's going to happen. There's 30% vacancy rates, 20% vacancy rates of office buildings. After COVID, people didn't go back to the office. That's happening. You have large, huge companies walking away from their debt, protecting yourself, even if you don't believe there's a housing crash. Just say we're all crazy. Isn't it okay to protect yourself just in case we're not? That's all I'm saying. Prepare. Paper backups of everything. Get your credit up if you need to via an authorized user account. Get a little line of credit. There's a Republic Bank. There's other banks that have a line of credit available to you that they won't take. I mean, you need to have cash at your disposal. As credit continues to tighten, they might take credit lines away. When you get the cash, grab it and don't put it in the bank. And I know that's safety concerns, but be smart. I'm not saying put 50 grand under your mattress. Get 6 months of living expenses so you can make moves and not come from a fear mindset. Nothing's worse than when bill collectors are calling you and you can't pay them, and stress that happens that comes with that. I was so stressed out when the first crash happened, but when I let everything go, I could breathe again. But if you want to fight and you want to fight to win, you've got to get these moves done up front and protect yourself, and you can do it. And if you need my help or have any questions, ask down below. I absolutely adore you guys. Please like or subscribe if you find this content valuable, and leave your comments below if you have any questions. I absolutely adore you guys. It's D Money. Peace out.